Shit. Radio.
Awesome.
Well, it looks like Duff McKagan has revealed what the next new Guns N' Roses song is going to be. Well, I don't know if it's the next one because Atlas is supposed to be coming out on a set list. So, Liarz, you can throw that set list up that the beautiful young South Korean gals are holding up at the South Korean show. It didn't make it to the South Korean show because they arrived a little bit late and started the concert a little bit late. But you can see Atlas was supposed to be played. So by the time this video comes out, they should have already played Japan. So Atlas might have already debuted. But Duff McKagan also revealed that Nothing is the next Guns N' Roses song. Not Nothing, but the literal title of the song is Nothing. Now, some of you folks might not know Nothing. It's a song that came out in the 2019 Locker Leaks. It's something. It's not nothing. It's a mess. Liarz, you want to describe it?
It sounds like elevator music and Axel repeating the same, what is it, 3 or 4 lines over and over again. It sounds like an old Zelda video game on the Nintendo system, like the original Nintendo system. It sounds like an 8-bit recording or 16-bit recording, and maybe something you, like I said, you'd hear in an elevator. It's not good. It in comparison to let's say the General, it makes the General sound like a Grammy award-winning musical masterpiece. It's not good.
Wasted, what is your take on it?
I think it sounds a little bit like a Beck demo, and it seems like it's just like a sketch or an idea, not like a full song. I don't know if they could, like, in the studio do some like wizardry or something, but yeah, it needs a solo. It sort of could be like something like Since I Don't Have You, but there's parts of it that would be missing. Like as a demo, it's just sort of like almost sounds more like an outro track or the end of a song. Like if some rock song ended and then that was like Nothing would be the bit on the end with maybe Slash doing some guitar or something.
Are you saying that because I've always told you since 2019, and I even said it on the Fatcast, that's what my belief was, always for Nothing? Like, my suspicion, like, it's not based on anything factual. I have no knowledge of it being anything more than its own song. But my suspicion was it was always an outro to a song because it just made sense that way, the way it's constructed right now. But on the other hand, our dear friend off Bad Apples Forum, and he's also my Gina poster, Gordon Comstock, and he's a pretty knowledgeable poster, I'll give him that. He wrote that it's not really a demo. The version that leaked is just Axl and Billy Howardell, who worked on the Chinese Democracy in the early days of 2000 intentions, messing around with Pro Tools in the room. It's a simple loop with Axl mumbling a few lines. It's more of an idea or a sketch than a song. That's kind of correct. He continues on writing. It will be kind of interesting to compare such an early sketch to a final product with no demos. In between, the only other CD track we kind of do that with is Shackler's. What Shackler's Revenge was also in its infancy stage. So was $3 Pyramid, which later became Better on the 2001 Village Session recordings that leaked in 2019. So there's that. It's an interesting take. I'll give him that. It might hold some validity. Another thing was the old set list. Liarz sold it up on the screen for everybody. This
Yep.
was the old rumored leak set list for CD2. Now, mind you, this was leaked, or supposedly email came January 24th, 2008. So, folks, this was before Chinese Democracy came out. So it was Cuban Skies, The General, Atlas, Soul Monster, Silkworms, which later became Absurd, Time, Prostitute version 2, Chinese Democracy version 2, Better version 2, This I Love version 2, which I imagine anything that you see version 2 would be the Brain remixes. You got Going Down, you got Tonto, you got Monstrosity, you got Catcher question mark, you got Nothing, you got Jackie Chan, which later became Hard School, you got question mark L, then you got Perhaps, you have Oh My God 2, which we imagine is the reconstituted version, named Liarz these days. You have Four Heavens, I'm speculating, is State of Grace, which you're like, oh no, Brasky saying something else is State of Grace. Well, I might have something more on that, but we'll find out. And then you have Light My Fire, which God knows what the hell that is. So another interesting thing too that's been kind of making its rounds lately, and Liarz is going to throw this picture up there also, was our dear friend Del James. We love Del. He's such a great fantasy football player. One of these days we'll get into his fantasy football league. I'll tell you, folks, we will. Looks like Del James is holding a CD, and on the CD it's titled "Because What You Want and What You Expect Are Two Completely Different Things." So that's kind of been the motto for the tour, the slogan, and that looks like it might be an EP or a CD title. Void Locos on the old Bad Apples forum and on many different discords has been saying that's a CD or an EP coming, or he's suggesting that. What do you guys think of all this information?
I think that sounds like a Duff, lyric or song title. Why do you look at me when you hate me? Why do you make me hate you when I look at you? You know, that turned into Get in the Ring. That this title, what you want is not what you're going to get. That sounds like a Duff lyric to me.
Well, it goes back to like a 1985 tour post, like a show poster that they did, right? That was I looked for there was a picture of it on Reddit, the Guns N' Roses Reddit. They had a picture of that show poster from way back when, and it was one of the first shows Guns N' Roses ever played, and that was the tagline for that show. And now I guess they've readopted that for this tour, but I mean, you can clearly see in Del James's hand. I was on Reddit today looking at it and doing a little bit of research on it. People on Reddit are like, "Oh, it's a coaster, and it's this and it's that." Nobody was saying it was a CD. When the size of it, the look of it, that looks like a CD insert to me.
Dude, it looks like, you remember the greatest hits, Liarz?
Yeah.
Do you remember how the greatest hits was like a little cardboard kind of like CD cutout like that?
Yeah.
It's the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And now you're mentioning too, it makes even more sense. 40 years. So you know how they like to celebrate their anniversaries, usually pretty late on Guns N' Roses Accord, mind you.
Yeah.
But 40 years would make sense. It'd be something them, being kind of their passive aggressive way of, hey, look at our album titles. You're not going to get what you want, but here's what you get.
Yeah. Very Guns N' Roses-esque.
Yeah. And then it's like what we wanted was, original material for Duff / and Axl going into the studio working together. Instead, we're going to get Chinese leftovers. Because look at it this way. Let's look at how many songs that we know are done. You got Hard School. You got Absurd. You got Perhaps. You got The General. So there's 4, okay?
Yeah.
We already know that Monsters is done. So there's 5. You know that Atlas is done. There's 6. We know that Liarz, aka Oh My God, is done because they screwed up Creative Works and they put the imaging in the background on one of the shows where they had the lyrics to Oh My God, which we mentioned in the Children of the Revolution video. So there's 7. And now, if Nothing comes out, there's 8.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 8 tracks. That's enough for an EP. And who's to say they don't have another, 2 tracks to round it out to 10? You have 8 to 10 tracks. That's either an EP or a CD right there.
Yeah,
And it's
sure
all
is.
Chinese leftovers. And it completes Axl Rose's, desire to get, Chinese Democracy 2 released.
Or if you're still listening to Sebastian Bach, it's a trilogy.
Yeah, I think Anders Going Down, does that count?
I don't think he's going to get Go Down. I think because that's more of a Tommy Stinson one. I don't think Going Down's ever going to appear as a Guns N' Roses song.
And
I could be wrong.
Did you mention State of Grace as well?
I would love State of Grace to come
Oklahoma.
out. I would love State of Grace to come out. I'd love Oklahoma to come out. The problem is, one, nobody has had proof of life of Oklahoma. Nobody. We have what we have of it is just an instrumental.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of proof of life that it exists. And then even like the track listing for that, supposed CD2 that came out, supposedly Oklahoma became Berlin, and there's no Berlin on here. And I can't see what else Oklahoma would have became on this supposed email that's correct. But then again, I don't know if this email is correct. Maybe the L editing is Oklahoma. I don't know. I wish I could tell you and be like, I know for certain, blah, blah, blah. I really don't. I would imagine Oklahoma is done, but it's weird that the only time we ever heard anything about it was really back in a Rolling Stone article back in the day, and supposedly it appeared on a set list that it was never played on.
Right.
State of Grace, I really think is For Heavens. But at the same time, I can't tell you that I've heard anything else that could be related to it coming out. I know that one of our, how do we say this? He doesn't want to be mentioned by name, but he used to be a very prolific insider, he would call himself. And he used to call himself the Chinese Democracy guy. I can't really say more than that because I don't want to really ruffle his feathers. But he has always said that Quick Song is a song that he thinks is like the best of the Village Session era. And he'd be somebody that would definitely know if Quick Song ever became a song, but I don't know what it would have changed into. I'm always curious that Cute Skies gets mentioned. Like that one just always gets mentioned. And I always thought that Nothing could have actually been Cuban Skies because it kind of seems like a lazy, kind of laid back, song, but I guess it's not. I mean, is there enough of a template in what you hear of Nothing right now to actually make into a song? I don't know. Like I imagine the electric piano's gone.
Yeah, I hope so. It's awful.
Either that or it's great. It's either going to be the really a cool song or it's going to be the absolute worst Guns N' Roses song of all time. It's going to look at Shotgun Blues and So Fine and go, hey, listen, suck it, get back there. My world, you got nothing on me, pal.
Yeah.
I could see people in like Rio de Janeiro beaches, at the beach, that playing in the background. If they just, I don't know how they pad it out with some extra, add some, I think it's just slash solos, dropping in a slash solo in the middle and the end or something. But it doesn't seem like a full song. Nothing.
What could Duff add to it? That's the thing too. Like, there's no bass or guitar on it right now. Like, there's nothing to really you could add into Nothing. It has to be like a really reconstituted song. It has to have like a ton more lyrics in there. Could you imagine him just going out and be like, "This is our new song"?
They do have songs that don't have that many lyrics though, like This I Love. Even Don't Cry, there's not that many lyrics. You just need to add an extra part. So there's also they've got other demos on those locker leaks, like Dummy. You could probably splice that together.
Wasted. There's a lot more lyrics in Don't Cry. I mean, you're going on the hook. There's a lot more lyrics in that song. There's a lot more lyrics in
a little bit,
Love. Dude, there's barely any lyrics in this Nothing song. I mean, audience, let us know. Please, in the comment section below, let us know what you think. Tell us what you think about Nothing. If you haven't heard it, there's places you can easily find it. It's not a very hard song to find. I'm pretty sure it's on YouTube everywhere.
Yeah.
No one really cares to take it down. So let us know in the comments what you think. Is this the beginning of them starting to release a lot of new music, or is this going to be a slow trickle down effect where we're getting the 2 songs a year again? Let us know what your thoughts are on Nothing. If you think it's going to be a good song, it's going to be a bad song. Let us know if we're boring the shit out of you. Let us know if you have any questions. We love to answer questions if we can. Wasted and Liars are always chilling in the comment section, trying to respond to you guys. Liars, is there anything you want to add more?
I don't think I can add anything more. I think I said everything. I think it's terrible, and it's gonna. I like your idea that it might be the outro or an intro or breakdown of a song, whatever. I like that idea. I hope that's the case, because as a standalone, I just don't like it.
It really always sounded like an outro, like something that would be like really hard rocking, and then that just kicks to an outro. But then again, it might not
Oklahoma.
be. Dude, if it's Oklahoma and it kicks into Nothing, that's going to be amazing. But what the hell's going on in the background, Wasted?
The kid's got a cough.
Good Lord, tell him to go to the doctor. Wasted's
free
live at
healthcare
7-Eleven, folks.
Yeah.
So, I mean, could it be something more than what we think it is? We hope so. Is it? We don't know.
We don't
And
know.
on that note, Liars, take us out.
Thanks for listening, everybody. We really appreciate it. Hit like and subscribe on the YouTube video. Leave a comment, because we love interacting with you.
Yes.
If you don't find us on YouTube, which is our main platform, we're also available on Rumble. We're all on Spotify, and from Spotify everywhere else where you get your podcasts. So look for us there. And on that note.
She